So it's our duty to talk. With that, if you throw a confusion bomb out there, you always gotta later come back and say why or what is the confusion bomb you threw in order to give yourself peace of mind. I was going through a hard time. I had Amora beside my bed. Consider her to be my best friend. At the same times in my life, I've had anomalies happen to my bodies, feeling that I was being poked and stuff, and blaming her, which was a confusion bomb. My visitors in the Triangle ship, I had to turn on them through a part of my supreme depression upon coming out of wanting to kill myself. I had to look at them as a good guy, look at them as the government killing their wives, and then look at them as a bad guy. I had to look at them in every perspective. I've had to do that with each friend I've encountered. When we think of the first civilizations that put those not eyes but circles on their helmets, that's a real thing. It's a window. To see the window, it would have to have color in it be able to see with a radio wave. But are you seeing the color of it or seeing a reflection from behind it? So a triangle up and triangle down. If you're a triangle down, to be both ends of a bottom triangle pointing up to one top end, you would have to show a perspective of emotion on each plane. But our goal of life would be to circle that emotion, to show every emotion which you would judge through life, through circumstance of doing and receiving, and through each personality type and of disorder, which means out of conscious experiences, enlightenment, depression, usage, admitting usage, judging, not judging, reprieving, sympathizing, apologizing for. You'd want to make that a full circle. So that way, your circle of light, you being the sunshine, which send a light off to back, like if you're seeing it, how can somebody on the other side see it unless you're brightening it up on your side? So and to go through the world, or to go through darkness, or past the sun that's already brighter, you would have to shine brighter or darker than it to cause an eclipse or to create one. So you would have to say, my friend's a reptile. She fucking bit me to get my quintessence. That would be a lie. My friend is a reptile, but she didn't bite me. You would also have to bring time into the factor. Arbutus, I think is Arbutus, the dog man. So if you were to think of it in time, the pharaohs of time, or the snake of time, you can think of them trapping spirits down in a pyramid. Or you can think of it like you think of religions, by bringing them all together. But now we're going to lift up the barrier of time. The Illuminati would say the person holding the top point of the triangle is the dream creator. But I'm the bottom point because I'm living here right now. So I have to hit both of these. But I also have to go triangle and triangle, or a Y with a stick in it and a peace sign. So I'm going always. It would be a 6-piece pie, but to make an 8-piece pie, I would have to remove time. Simply, the biblical terms in the Bible of the time scriptures, Corinthians 10:26. I was born at 7:36 or whatever the fuck time it was. We know how to make a sundial up and sideways. So if I was to look at the dog god, how did these dogs get involved with us and are becoming more consciously aware through time? Well, dog, if you were to die in a room with your dog, it would not eat you. Yo! What's that? Yeah! Yeah! Hold on.
Hold on.
What do you want?
I just want 2 cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
With just Big Mac sauce on it, so no ketchup or mustard, just Big Mac.
2 cheeseburgers.
Yeah, with sub Big Mac sauce, so no ketchup, no mustard, but with Big Mac sauce.
Okay.
Yeah. If you can get free, I'd be staying with them.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. Yeah. So back in the days, we'll say Caesar times,
Remember, don't ketchup or mustard.
but we are bringing in terms into the pharaohs because we're just lifting the curtains of time. People would get sliced open in the streets and get fed to street dogs, which street dogs typically wouldn't eat human meat. But to get their quintessence of that of a spider or a reptile, or whatever you do, you have to turn back into your environment. Your environment would react in terms with your emotional embrace or spiritual essence, meaning the trees can walk. We'll call the tree of Odin, just for fun. Or an apple can take on the quintessence of the matter that it's binding to. So if a dog would eat a human remains, and now a dog is your best friend, a tree can fucking walk. If yeah, door.
Thanks, Rico.
Welcome.
Yeah, I wanted to get it before you grab my package.
Yeah.
Fucking show us up now, eh?
Oh, you got it though.
Yeah.
So I'm in charge. This is my life, my bot. So I don't eat meat, and I do eat cheese, but I try to be as natural for a tree as I can for when I die. But the problem is I'm a Pisces. I'm a fish man. So, and I don't care about the chicks that are posting pictures of themselves. They don't want the likes. They don't want the attention. I've gone through all that. I don't want that anymore. I want to be one for nature. So what would I do to be better for the sea in you and me? Well, picked and fed us, and murderers have been chopping up human remains and feeding them to pigs, and it's been turning into your bacon for years. Look at a fucking pig. They're fucking dog conscious, human conscious, it's the same thing. So what I would want with my remains is for me to be chopped up. If I could say this is what I demand to be done with my body, part of my will and testament, part of my free will, I would want to be fed all over the world to between sharks because people eat the fins, the salmon because everything eats salmon, the Monterey eel because it looks kind of mean, and we would go through the jungle. We would go to the Lizard King. We'd go every time you've seen a godlike human, it's been something that could theoretically eat a human. Am I right? Vulture, bird, hook down, nose. You don't really see many sparrows, but I would want to go to all the. It's been done with apples. I would want to go to all the meat eaters. What's the time there, Charlie?
It is 9/11. 9/11. Dancing in the moonlight.
You see this? Really?
So that would be my wish for myself.
Is it right?
To get people to stop eating meat and to help our kingdom, being the world that's full, absorb some consciousness. And why I would want to give myself as a sacrifice to the animals is because I'm an empath that's not afraid of them. And I'm not afraid to die. It's one thing being chased down and killed by a lion, being scared of it, but dying without fear, with all of my emotional embrace, and sharing all the spirits that are inside of me with them when they pass, or teaching them that we're on the right track for enlightenment around the entire world. If we're going to sit in a coffin for forever, why wouldn't I want to go around the hemisphere? That's fucking cool. That's your new one.
That's the new one.
Anyway, food for thought. Talk to you later.
Oh, that's so cool.